my rants.
Welcome back to another video by myself, My Rants YouTube, and today we are going to be talking about, I would say in my eyes, quite a controversial topic, and it's my view on a collated group full of individuals, and it's my view on the LGBTQIA plus community. Now, before we get into the video, this is going to be my view, this is my opinion. And if you don't like my opinion, well, I can just say right now, you can all fuck off. Because my opinion is positive. Just to highlight everyone, it's positive. But, just before we get into the video, what's going to happen is we're going to talk about the history of the LGBTQIA community. Then we're going to go into a special lady, a really riveting lady. And then we're going to go in further about if you are coming out or you've got feelings of you're not straight or anything like that. I am going to get into that. Like and subscribe and we'll get into the rest of the video. This is mad that 66.8% of my viewers that are watching aren't subscribed, so please spare a minute, subscribe to my channel for more brilliant content and indulge, and let's get back towards the video. Now, the earliest evidence of gay relationships can be sourced all the way back to ancient Greece. Now, with the aspect of the gay relationships back in ancient Greece, this is before Christ, it was promptly between older men and younger men. It wasn't the diverse same age, it was just one older, one younger. And you may not know this, but a well-known philosopher under the name of Socrates was actually in the closet, which goes to show that even earlier on, influential people were showing those signs of that sexuality. But then it started to take a bit of a turn for the worse over the years. If you look at how homophobia started, it started in the churches in England in the Middle Ages, especially in the Renaissance. If you were a gay man or a gay female or anything like that, you would have been ridiculed and discriminalised for your sexuality, and you'd probably be killed straight off. Now, a big key date in my eyes would be August the 31st, 1512. This is at the heat of the Renaissance period. Now, many aristocrats organised and combated in Florence, Italy. Now, Florence, Italy is a very cultural city in Italy, like I've said, and that was the home of the first gay rights demonstration. That was history's first. And then if you carry on, now we're going further along, this is over 200 years now, to 1766. The Puritans, when they came over from England to conquer the United States of America, being gay in a Puritan society, you weren't allowed, because simply you'll be ridiculed for it. And then if you go at 150 years later, you've got Adolf Hitler, the leader of Germany, the NSDAP party. His aim was the Aryan race. He just wanted blonde hair, blue eyes. He single-handedly killed off Jewish people, 6 million. He single-handedly killed off gypsies. Non-German speaking people, especially gay people and the disabled. His aim was to kill off the disabled people as well as all them, because he thought they were a threat to his Aryan race. Now, we're going to go now into a bit of history, and so we're still carrying on. This is a very good video. 1969, the same day as the death of Julie Garland, 28th of June, a black transgender woman under the name of Marsha P. Johnson fought for transgender rights, and basically with her aid of equality and peace and love, she put the T in LGBTQ. The T stands for transgender because of Marsha P. Johnson. And every mid-November they have Transgender Awareness Week, and that's because of her. And now you may think it was starting to look all bright side. No. In the early 80s, the AIDS epidemic broke out, with big names such as Freddie Mercury coming out openly through AIDS, and he died from AIDS eventually in the 90s. But AIDS was labelled as the gay disease, or as formerly known as GRID, the gay-related immune deficiency. Now, gay people now have been put in a bad light because of because of AIDS. And then you have to look at, did the government act on it? No. The LGBTQ community stood up and fought for these rights to show how they can influence the public to say it's not their fault, it's just through sexual contraction. We're gonna now go into some history in this country we faced in England. So 1967, the Sexual Offences Act was announced. That basically meant two men over the age of 21 can have sex in their houses. 1972, the first Pride event was in London, 2,000 participants. Then you go 16 years later, Margaret Thatcher, that infamous speech, basically talking about Section 28 equality, and then single-handedly outing gay people. 1992, the World Health Organization declassifies same-sex attraction as a mental illness due to the fact of Freddie Mercury's death. 6 years later, 1998, same-sex can result in 2 years in prison if you're not over the age of 21. If they try to lower it to 16, but if you're under 16 and you're doing it, 2 years in jail. And we come now, only as recent as 2000, now 26 countries have legalised same-sex marriage. The first country was the Netherlands in 2000, and the most recent, Costa Rica in 2020. The likes of the USA 2015, Ireland 2015, Australia 2017, England and Wales 2013, Northern Ireland 2019, and the likes of Norway, Sweden, Canada, Spain, Portugal, Taiwan, Brazil, Greenland, Canada have legalised same-sex marriage. And that is a brief history of the LGBTQ plus community, LGBTQIA plus. Let's get in to Katie Hopkins with a montage. Take it away, Niall. Now, Katie Hopkins may seem like a humble woman. As you can see, she has won a trophy to campaign to unify the nation trophy, as in the word above with Josh Peters. Now, she has been at the forefront of basically ridiculing Tom Daley and Dustin Lance Black for adopting their children. As you can see, her reply was, "As fast as that, bless you and your one-click baby order. Women labour hard so we may know the pain of love." Basically, that is redonkulous to extents. And then she retweeted the scandal with the Olympic diver Tom Daley with his naked selfies. She's a horrible woman and she needs to be stopped. Thank God she's off Twitter now. Yay! And that was a real insight into how much of a racial homophobe Katie Hopkins is. The fact that someone can discriminate a gay couple into adopting a child is really shallow in this day and age. Those were back in 2018, those tweets, if you've seen it in the little bottom corner. But still, people are still acting like this in this day and age, and it's really, really horrible. Because, you know, we were brought on this planet to do stuff, and if go with the motion of the ocean, go with the flow. And if people like Katie Hopkins, your Keiths and Barrys of the EDL, all those racists, they go and try and pin people down for doing what they feel's right, it's ridiculous. But my view on the LGBTQIA community, I feel like they are brilliant people. From lesbian to gay, to bisexual to transgender, to queer, to any non-binary, to gender fluid, to any of those sexual orientations, I salute you. although I am a straight male, I am heterosexual. I cannot say I've experienced homophobic behaviour. I haven't been through a struggle like you've been through. But I just want to say, as of me, I am here to support you. And if anyone needs to come out and say, right, to your mother and parents, I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm bisexual, or anything like that, my advice is this: be confident in who you are, be confident in what you're going to say, and be confident in general, because confidence and charm will do no harm, and your parents will eventually grasp to the new information, then they will accept you. You may have that everlasting worry that people won't accept for you who you are, but they will be your true fans if they can accept you for your sexuality. That has been me, Myron YouTube, and hopefully you like the video. I know it's been a touchy subject, but I just want to show the community, I want to show my viewers that I am not afraid to talk about these problems. The LGBTQIA community is a brilliant community. Keep it up. If any of you are watching who are part of that, keep it up. Big love, much respect, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Much love.